Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back to another video. Now usually, this situation here would look terrible for us. It would look absolutely terrible. Because we're facing Handlock, and he's just taunted up a load of giants. He thinks I'm Aggro Paladin. He thinks he's got this game won because I won't be able to get through the taunts easily, and then he'll just push damage to my face and win. Unfortunately for him, I have equality. And that is game over. It's a really cool victory there against Handlock. Equality was our saviour. Right, so what deck am I playing today? Today, I'm playing Slizzle's Even Paladin. Now, Slizzle is a phenomenal wild mode player. You guys really need to check him out. He has a Twitch stream. He's what I'd call a wild mode specialist, I guess. Somebody that you really need to check out. And he's a really cool dude as well. So, I played Odd Paladin a few days ago, and it was fun. You got this hero power that summoned two dudes, which was incredibly effective, but it sort of had to cut out certain cards, like Call to Arms. And Call to Arms seemingly has proven itself to be the most effective card in Paladin right now. So, a deck that doesn't have Call to Arms, is it really an effective Paladin deck? That's the debate that needs to be had. However, this deck is not your standard, usual aggro Paladin. It has an aggressive start, but then it sequences into mid-range minions, Piloted Shredder, the Glass Knight, Primordial Drake, the Lich King, Tyrion, and then ends off the Corruptor. And there's even Equality and Consecration, 2 copies of each in the deck, to keep a board clear. So it's very much a mid-range style deck with an aggressive start due to Call to Arms. So this is a deck that people are not prepped for. They don't see it coming, they don't expect it, and that gives you a serious advantage in this game. Let's not forget it's an even cost deck, so we play Gen Greymane, so now our Paladin hero power costs 1. Notice we don't run any 1-drops because we don't need to. So let's have a look at the deck in action. 4 different games on the wild mode ladder.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
So, Gen Greymane activates the hero power. We don't need to run 1-drops in the deck because, hey, we can hero power for 1. That's actually really strong, because even if you do run 1-drops in Paladin, you may not draw into them. You may just start with a 2-drop. So your turn 1 may be a dud turn, nothing to do. Whereas with a 1-cost hero power, you're guaranteed that you can do something. And simply putting a dude on the board on turn 1 is pretty strong, because it means you can hopefully, if you're going up against an aggressive deck, hopefully trade it into something that they play on turn 2 if it has 1 health. So, you know, it's pretty good. And dudes, of course, are dangerous. People see dudes and they overreact. They make silly trades. They do everything in their power to kill off the dudes because they fear that the dudes are going to get buffed. Now, we don't run Quartermaster in this deck. We don't run Level Up. But people think we do. People think we do. I mean, I've just played Call to Arms. People see the Anoitrons, they see the Knife Juggler, and they think I'm an aggro Paladin. And now they panic, and they're like, oh my god, we're going to get aggroed down. Well, not quite. You can clear my board. But then I'll start playing bigger mid-range threats, like Piloted Shredder.
The battle!
I love Piloted Shredder. Piloted Shredder, one of those cards released, was it a Goblins vs Gnomes release from what, 4 years ago? However long it was? December 2014? Was that when it was released? Those early cards in Hearthstone's life are still incredibly powerful and are still played today. For those of you that were around during that time, It was fun times. You know, we had Undertaker Hunter. that was insane. Those were good times. It got nerfed very quickly, I think. Well, no, they let it fester on the ladder for a few months, and then they nerfed it.
What would Uther do?
Yeah, Undertaker Hunter. For those of you that don't recall that or were not around for that, you should do some YouTube searching and find yourself some videos of Undertaker Hunter. It was so cool. Back when Hunter was good. Anyway. This guy, I don't quite understand what he's playing. But he's nearly dead. So he needs to do something. Oh, Psychic Spook. Thank you. So, what can we do here? We could True Silver his face. Oh, I love that entrance, by the way. I could True Silver his face and set up for lethal. But then he may have greater healing potion or some of the weird shenanigans. So we'll just take it slow. We'll just develop a board. And then we can surprise him with the True Silver. But you won't see it coming. But there's also double consecration as well. That's another cool way to kill someone.
I wonder.
A really tilting way to kill someone. True Silver is a more acceptable way to kill someone. It's just one card. But the chances of having double consec is
someone injured?
well, it's quite low. So to kill them with that is, as I say, pretty tilting. Now, he's playing like a rush deck. So it's quite weird. You don't expect that from Priest. And it clearly hasn't worked out for him. So, double consecration. Goodbye.
You weep.
Okay, so going up against a druid here. Now, Nerubian Egg, a bit slow.
Turned our curse into our strength.
Bit slow. Gonna take some time to activate that egg. Against a priest, I guess Nerubian Egg was pretty good because it helps play around Dragonfire Potion, Holy Nova, even Spirit Lash, I guess. But against the druid, what does it do? He could swipe, and it'll take 1 damage. He could swipe again, and then it'll activate. So I guess it's helpful against swipe. But we do have some activators in the deck for it. We do have Blessing of Kings, we have Spike Ridge Steed. There are ways for us to activate it. Also, I do apologise if my voice is a bit deeper than usual today. I think I've got a cold coming on. I don't know why. It's the summer. I shouldn't be getting colds. It's probably because I went to the gym yesterday and I spent way too long in the sauna and the steam room. Yes, my gym has a sauna and a steam room. It's amazing. But I think I spent too long in there and I think it's given me a bit of a sore throat, which is unfortunate. So I do apologise for my voice if it sounds a bit strange today. I think we equality that just to keep the pressure going. I'm just going to play the egg. Could have played the juggler, but I want to see what he's got. And I'm wondering if I played the juggler, would it be vulnerable to something like swipe? I mean, the minions are at 1 health, and yeah, there's a shield on the bot. And okay, if you kill the haunted creeper, 1/1s come out. It's not a good swipe turn.
Holy light!
I just feel safer playing the egg. I want to see what he does here. And then maybe we'll play the juggler next turn. Maybe. Okay, hero power, pop the shield, and wrath. Okay. So the juggler would have made a prime wrath target. So now we've seen wrath. Maybe we feel safer playing it. But But there's no need. Not yet, anyway. Developing the Glass Knight is significant. It's a reasonable threat. It's a 4/3. We have no way of healing ourselves to get the Divine Shield back on that card, but it's fine. We just play it as a body, as a threat. We're heading into Spreading Plague territory soon, so that's something we need to watch out for. Okay, lots and lots of ramp there, so clearly we're heading into a UI turn soon, Ultimate Infestation. So anyway, we're just going to play into Spreading Plague here, I think. Develop the Juggler. Because if he does have Spreading Plague, we do have Consecration. We also have Sunkeeper Tarim. If we play Tarim on a Spreading Plague board, I guess the Nerubian Egg pop, the Juggler would die if we had to trade it in. The Haunted Creeper would give us 2 bodies. So trying to debate the merits of Sunkeeper Tarim on a UI, why do I keep saying Ultimate Infestation? Sunkeeper Tarim on a Spreading Plague board versus Consecration on a Spreading Plague board. If we consecrated and traded the Juggler in, the Juggler wouldn't die. This has got 2 health. Whereas if we Tarimed and traded the Juggler in, it would die. I don't understand what he is doing here. He's taking a lot of damage. He's taking a lot of damage. Is that his best response to my board? Moonfire means Malygos? So we better kill him quick. Is this lethal? We have Sunkeeper Tarim. It's not lethal, but it's close. Just ensuring we get the 4 attack in on the Nerubian before we make it into a lowly 3/3. Yeah, this game is over unless would Spreading Plague save him? We do have Consecration. Okay, UI to the face. That is the best use of Ultimate Infestation. Because hey, you still get a 5/5. And you still draw some cards. It's still pretty good, right? Yes, Ultimate Infestation is still overpowered even when you're killing yourself. Okay. Another Druid game. I'm seeing a lot of Druids on the ladder these days. Hey, I guess that's a good thing, right? If we're seeing fewer Aggro Paladins, it means that other classes, other decks are seen as viable. That's not a bad thing.
Into our strength.
Okay. We could coin a mini-bot out. I think a lot of people would be tempted to do that. Because it's such a strong minion and it will demand a hero power response to pop the shield, it will slow him down. But this minion here, the 1/1, the dude, still requires a hero power response. It's the same thing. It was achieved. It's fine. Now we play the mini-bot. But here's the benefit of my play here. I've saved the coin. Coining out Shredder is incredibly strong on turn 3, and that's what I'm going for. I was also thinking about coining out the Lich King on 7, Tarim on 5. Okay, Ferocious Howl. So this could be some kind of a Fatigue Druid. You know, you just gain lots of armor. You poison seeds the board, play Mossy Horror maybe, Spreading Plague, lots of taunts, and run your opponent out of threats. So it could be Fatigue Druid. Oh, it could still be Malygos Druid, it could be Jade Druid. Ferocious Howl is a very flexible card. You can run it in different Druid decks. It's a very good card too. So let's see, more ramp. Okay. So we're heading into very soon an Ultimate Infestation turn, probably. You saw in the last game, UI didn't help my opponent at all. In fact, UI won me the games. He killed himself with it. I need to keep the pressure going. So I'm debating here Hero Power and Keeper on the mini bot. Just to play around Swamp. Because otherwise he'd swipe Shredder, it would kill the dude, and it would kill the mini bot. And if I didn't keep a Wilderman, I would have been forced to Haunted Creeper, which doesn't put much pressure on the board. So now if he swipes, he has to make a decision. There are 3 targets on the board that are swipe worthy. Which one do you target? The most sensible one is probably Keeper of Alderman, because it's got 4 health. But I've still got a lot of pressure. And notice on the last turn I swung with True Silver, because I have True Silver in hand. So, and it just applied a little bit of pressure. And I'm just keeping the pressure going. Just keeping the pressure going here. Again, conscious of spreading plague, but we have Consecration. This is almost like a repeat of the last Druid game. It's quite interesting. Wow. So even with the Drake, Tarim here is super good. Pushing, more damage, more pressure. How does he deal with this board? Spreading Plague isn't going to help him much. So this really does look like Poison Seeds Druid, because usually Poison Seeds and Starfall good combo. But he's just dead here. True Silver, Consecration, precise lethal in fact, really good. So another game where Consecration wins for me. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. They don't see Consecration coming, and there is rank 4. Wow. Okay, final game is against Paladin, and this will be the ultimate test because it's probably Aggro Paladin. So, let's see. Oh, that's not good. Tyrion is not what you want to see. Let's see how this deck fares up against Aggro Paladin. And I really need to thank Slizzle for this deck because it's got me to rank 4 with relative ease. You know, it's dominated most of the games that I've played with it. I haven't played many games, but it's about an 80% win rate with the games that I have played, going from the start, pretty much the start of rank 5 all the way into rank 4. So yeah, wonderful deck. When I hit rank 5, I tend to just stop caring about being competitive, and I just experiment with lots of different decks, just so I can bring you guys YouTube content, you know, showcasing what decks are viable, you know, across sort of the entire spectrum, from aggro to mid-range to control. So I just experiment, try different things out, and so my rank moves a lot between 5 and 4. So anytime I can get back to 4, it feels really good. One of these days I will actually push to Legend. I've achieved Legend once, a couple of years ago I think, and that's actually the pinned video on my YouTube page. So check that out if you're interested in seeing me get Legend. And I actually used mid-range, it was mid-range Hunter at the time, I think with Sludge Belchers in it, to get Legend. It was really cool experience. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing me get Legend with Hunter from 2 years back, yeah, check out that video on the front page of my channel. This is Aggro Paladin, and I suspect that the dudes are going to be coming out in full force and that they're going to be buffed up. But I have Blessing of Kings to add a bit of pressure. There it is, on turn 3. But he misplayed. That's right. He misplayed. His juggler wasn't positioned correctly. Oh dear. Not that he had any control over that, but yeah. That's still an aggro misplay, right? His juggler's not doing work for him. So, what do we do here?
Which path to
Have
choose?
options. I think developing minion pressure is the way to go. We have to kill the knife juggler. It just has to die. Was that the most optimal way of trading? Just trying to think of any other ways I could have done that. Slizzle, if you're watching, I'd be grateful for your feedback on whether I'm doing this correctly.
Put this apple on your head.
Oh dear.
Reporting for duty.
Go face.
For duty.
Yes. Face is the... Oh, okay. That's fine. One of them hit face. That's still good for us. True Silver seems sensible, but we have to keep the board under control. We are more or less a mid-range style deck now. We have to keep the board under control. We don't need to push damage to his face, because Tyrion will do that for us, and Zoth will do that for us. We just need to survive. Run him out of immediate threats that he has in his hand, and then we're fine. So now I'm just thinking about how I want to do these trades. Sacrificing the mini-bot, so we may as well put our face into the lowest attack minion. And I wanted to keep the Annoytron at 2 health. That is why I did not trade it into the dude, because now his Haunted Creeper can't kill the Annoytron. That was my justification and reasoning on that turn. But he's trading anyway. Let's see, what does he have? 5 mana for an Aggro Paladin is a lot of mana to play with. Because their cards are so cheap. There's so much they can do. Okay. This seems fine. We need to kill the mini-bot. So I'm actually now wanting to make spectral spiders on the board. I just want more presence. And that's the beauty of Haunted Creeper. It's quite flexible in this instance. 1/1 spectral spiders do not look like much, but they will contest his 1 health minions. So we're coming up on the Tyrion turn, but in all of the games that I've played with this Slizzle deck so far, I have not needed to play Tyrion. I think that shows you how powerful this deck is, just with the early and the mid game. You don't even need your late game sometimes. But I mean, that's down to the... that's an easy win. That's down to the opponents I've been playing. I imagine in a long, drawn-out control style game, that's where Tyrion and Enzoth would really come in handy. So, Slizzle's Even Paladin. Okay guys, it's official. This deck is now my favourite Paladin deck of the expansion so far. I love this deck even more than I love Aggro Paladin. Why? Because the deck has tools to beat Aggro Paladin. And let's face it, the deck is full of aggro. So, Consecrations, True Silver Champions, ways in this deck, Primordial Drake, ways in this deck of taking down their minions and keeping boards clear. It's a really, really good deck. The only card that I would question in the deck is Nerubian Egg. Are there enough ways of activating the egg? Are the benefits of the egg, of playing the egg, enough to justify its existence in this deck? In other words, the activators on the egg, Blessing of Kings, Spike Steed, etc., etc., the fact that it sort of forces your opponent to rethink whether they want to AoE your board. Are those benefits enough of a justification to play Nerubian Egg? So if you guys have any thoughts on Nerubian Egg in this deck, please leave them in the comments section below. You know, I guess there's Sunkeeper Tarim activation, Primordial Drake will activate Pop the Egg. So I guess, yeah, there are different things there at play. So yeah, if you've got any comments on the egg and whether you think it's a good card, or if you think there are any other cards you'd want to take out of the deck and then include, do leave some comments in the comments section below. And don't forget, guys, there is a subscriber packs giveaway, 60 packs that I'm giving away, 30 packs to 2 lucky winners. And, you know, see my previous video for instructions on how to participate. But I will be drawing 2 winners on Saturday, the 28th of April at 9 AM UK time. So, yeah, so do participate in that and get yourselves some Witchwood packs. So, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, this is my usual spiel. Please subscribe, I would be grateful. And I'll see you guys all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun.